Hello there, hi. My name is Julie. I thought I would jump on and do a quick Facebook Live from my art studio here in Hertfordshire, and talk about some of the VIP art retreat weeks I've got coming up and just generally about the studio in general, and let you have a little peek in behind the scenes, if you like. So, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Julie. I am an encaustic wax. Well, I'm an artist, but I paint with encaustic wax with beeswax. It's not a very well known medium in the UK, and yeah, I get an awful lot of interest in how it all works. And there are very few of us in the UK as well. So, let me turn this around, and I'll show you my studio. I'm hoping it's really messy today. I haven't kind of set this up to. Just thought I'd jump on and do a random Facebook Live. So I've got this really lovely old converted barn in Hertfordshire, and it's lovely, really spacious, beautiful views out of the garden. It's just stunning up here. It's really peaceful. It's just lovely. I'm normally up here on my own. There is a garage next door, which you occasionally hear some noise from and people in and out, but very, very rarely. So yeah, it's just lovely up here. So, but this is what I've been painting with beeswax today. So I've got my hot plate all set up. It's really messy. I've been up here on my own, and working. So this week I've been creating these bowls. These are in progress, not quite finished yet. And just been testing out some different techniques with pigments versus R&F pigment sticks. So yeah, just all sorts of creative mayhem going on here. So, but I wanted to talk a little bit about the VIP weeks that I'm doing. So I've been running these workshops. I say there aren't very many encaustic wax artists in the UK, and I've probably been doing workshops for the last 5 or 6 years now. I love doing them. People that come along they love it as well. And I thought I'd step it up a bit. I've moved into this new studio here which is between Sarratt and Chandler's Cross in Hertfordshire, sort of northwest of London, just outside the M25. So I moved in October, November in 2018. So I decided to step it up a bit, and I thought I would do these art retreat weeks and see just see what the take-up was, really. So I'm hoping that I will be able to get some groups of people together. So I'm literally just holding them for 4 people, no more. And I'm doing one for beginners, and I'm doing one for artists who already work with encaustic. So I thought I'd do this live just to kind of ask any questions and see, see what comes up for people, really. So I haven't thought this whole thing through. I just thought I'd jump on and see what comes up as we go. So what would you be doing if you're here? So let me show you around. So I kind of paint in quite an abstract way, this kind of thing, through to portraiture. As I say, I've been making these bowls up, so we'll be doing some of these as well. But basically, the studio, I set it up differently every time. So what I would do with the 4 people is I would have 2 on this table and 2 on one of the other table. I've got loads of space up here. So, depending on everything will be put away at the end of the day, and then we'll kind of get out ready for a new project. But basically, you'll be invited these are all my, whilst I'm working, things are quite chaotic, but I do kind of have everything, there's a home for everything. So, you'll kind of be invited to come and have a rummage through, and there's all sorts of goodies in all of these drawers. We've got all sorts of rollers and stamps. There are mark making tools, oodles of pigment sticks to get your hands on. We've got oil paints, pan pastels, and all sorts of mark making tools, different pigments and things. So, there are all sorts of bits and pieces to get your hands on. So you would, when I'm running a workshop, I kind of show people where they're set up on a station, and then they come and they pretty much use it like they would as if they were in their home studio. It's a really good opportunity for people to try out the materials. Let's turn this around again. Sorry, I'm running around the studio, so I'm just doing this off the cuff while I was here. It's a good opportunity for people to test out materials that they might not be able to get their hands on. Wax supplies in the UK are notoriously tricky to come by, But I've got most, I can, if I haven't got them here, I can get hold of most of the products because I have supplier accounts. I've been using the wax products for so long now. I've got supplier accounts with most of the main, people that deal with encaustic wax. Unfortunately, they don't come from one distributor, they come from 3 different places. So, but I help what I can. And then if I show you what I've got. So I have, reasonable supplies of all of the RNF products. I've got encaustic boards, RNF pigment sticks, but it's a really good chance to kind of come and actually use it firsthand. I also use the Arts and Encaustic range as well. So I can say if I don't have it in stock, I can always get it in as well. But anyway, if you're interested in finding out more, if you go to my website, which is artyheaven.com, if you go into the shop tab, then it's Learn Encaustic, and there's a VIP art retreat week there. The details you'll see down below. And all of the details are there. So what we do is we end up, it's not all studio time. It's a real mix of kind of just spending time with other encaustic artists, which is a big thing. Sharing ideas. If you're already using encaustic, that is. If you're a beginner, then that's different. There are 2 different weeks designed differently. We go to London for one day, and we go and see the Fay and Mummy panels that they've got up there at the British Museum and the Petrie Museum. That's one day. We'll go and visit a couple of art shops, some really good art shops that are nearby. What else do we do? You're already using encaustic, I have 2 guest tutors coming in who are really, really experienced. So that's what I'll do. Is I think I'll do a separate thing on them throughout the week, and I'll do a bit of a showcase of each of them, a little bit more prepared than this one. And it's just an opportunity to get together and spend time with like-minded people. Really, it's one of the biggest things. I know that it's not easy for everybody to get here, and sometimes there are a number of issues. So really, this is an opportunity for you to ask any questions if there's anything you want to know. Logistically, what's the location like? What's nearby? There are a host of different places you could stay, restaurants you can go to, cafes you can visit. I have a travel rep, not a travel rep, but a lady that does travel consultancy who's lovely. She can help you if you needed flights or accommodation or any of that kind of thing taken care of for you. And there's every range around here from top quality 5-star hotels through to, B&B. Can give you any advice on any of that as well. It's a really beautiful part of the countryside to visit, and it's not too far from Heathrow and Luton airports either. So yeah, if you've got questions like that, feel free to just pop in the comments below or drop me a direct message. I'm happy to answer anything like that. You can't cover everything on the sales page because it just, everybody's got a different budget or different set of criteria of what they would like. Some people want to go in the middle of nowhere and not see anybody. Other people want to be in town and, so there's all sorts of options there. And then also, sometimes a week is quite a long time, and also there's a price tag to that as well. The RNF products are expensive; they're not cheap to use, so there is a cost associated with that. So if that's an issue for you, I also have a 2-day workshop with the RNF products. Or if you're already using and you know how to, that's for beginners. If you're already using it and you know how to work with encaustic with the wax and Daymar style, then have a look at my studio working days. Come and spend a day and just work in the studio with me. So that's a sort of by application thing, but it's all there on the website. You can have a look and feel free to message me. I basically balance these so that I get good time for myself to make this kind of mess and just create for myself, and that kind of enables me to get my creative side going. But equally, I don't like spending, I enjoy time with other artists. I enjoy that kind of your mind being just talking to other people and different ideas come out. So I enjoy that as well, which is why I do the other workshops as well. So yeah, any questions at all, just to ask. Have a look on my testimonials page. I just love sharing this stuff with people, which is why I do what I do, and I'm never concerned. I don't think art should ever be, you shouldn't be at this level or this level or this level. I think art should be for everybody. I work with all ranges of people, from complete beginners to fine artists. These are for people that know how to paint with the wax and Damar. Got an online course if you want to learn remotely. So there's a lot, you know, I'm just all about being all inclusive for people, really. So any questions at all, please don't think that any question is too daft to ask. I'm happy to, as long as it's related to the wax and everything, then I'm happy to help with that. But I just love sharing this stuff with people. We'll get such a buzz out of it. So yeah, go and check my testimonials page out, because I've had some really, really great feedback, and I've, if ever, ask for those testimonials, and people are always really kind to share that kind of stuff with me, and the feedback on how they found their time while they were here. So anyway, I'm going to turn this around again. I'll give you one quick last blast around. As I say, this is just me here painting on my own, having fun, making a mess. But you can see the studio again. I'll show you the view out the door as well. It's just beautiful up here. It's so peaceful and it's lovely. So if you have any questions at all, feel free to drop me a line. Quick last tour of my space. It's a beautiful old converted barn. I kind of have this side, it comes on in the other side. I share this side with people, but then I have access to kind of go out down around the corner and spend some time out there. Anyhow, if you want to see other photos, go to any of my social medias. You'll see pictures of, you know, my work, my time here, random studio shots, and go and check my website out, www.artyheaven.com. All right. Hopefully this has come out okay. The Wi-Fi has been the internet connection has been really poor today, so hopefully it's coming out okay. All right, take care. Bye.